It's time for Down on the Corner with Dale Hoffman, North Arkansas's premier news talk program. Brought to you by Brood Awakening Coffee, with 3 locations to serve you. Baxter Regional Medical Center lobby, Highway 62 412 at Balmer Boulevard, and the Walmart East Plaza. And now, Down on the Corner.
Good morning, North Central Arkansas and Southern Missouri. It's Friday, and it's February.
February 1st already.
We got rid of January.
How time is fun when you're having fun.
The 937 days of cold January are gone. Oh, maybe we'll get some warmer weather in February. What do you think?
I don't know. I've seen some bad weather in
I
February
have
before,
too.
so you never know. You never know what's going to happen.
So
bring it on.
It's a short month anyway, so.
Bring it on.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Down on the Corner program. Dale Hoffman, your host, along with Scooter Callis. And we're going to have a student prayer this morning. Brandon's here today, so we're glad you're with us today and hope your Friday is off to a great start. The schools are closed in this area. I know that Mountain Home is closed due to the illness, and I'm not certain about the others, so I won't say anything, but they shut them down.
Wednesday they made the decision. They let them run out Wednesday and then said Thursday and Friday we're
shut down and clean it up, disinfect everything, start over. So
our school's still open today.
Yeah.
We haven't had
you guys are healthy.
I think they were up to like 900 and something kids out.
Oh yeah, it was a bunch.
It was crazy.
Yeah. Wow. Anyway, good morning, welcome, and we're enjoying Brood Awakening coffee. Hope you're doing the same thing. Brood Awakening, of course, the best coffee in town. Stop by and have a cup of coffee with us sometime. We're at 1226 Commerce Drive right here in Mountain Home. Say, where's Commerce Drive? Go north at Pizza Hut, right?
Yeah, right next door to the meat shop.
There you go.
Everybody knows where the meat shop is.
Oh, yeah, just right out there. And so check them out. 3 locations to serve you. We've got Balmer Boulevard, which won't be as busy today with the school shut down, but still, they're going to be busy. Balmer Boulevard, Baxter Regional Medical Center lobby, and, of course, 62 East Plaza out by Anytime Fitness. Mike and his staff will bend over backwards to serve you and check out all the different types of coffees, the blends, the mochas, the lattes, you name it, they've got it. Brood Awakening Coffee, the best coffee in town. If you're not drinking Brood Awakening, you're just drinking muddy water.
There you go.
Yep. You drinking smart water today or dumb?
No, I got Sprite.
Sprite, oh man. Mixed with?
No, I'm not mixing. It's just Sprite. Too early to be doing that. What are you talking about?
You don't have chocolate in there?
I'm going to mix it with water. I've got my chaser right there, water.
He's having Sprite with a water chaser. You health nut.
I don't think Sprite's overly healthy, but it is a clear liquid.
It is a clear liquid. Morning prayer brought to you by Roller Funeral Homes around the state of Arkansas. 29 Roller Funeral Homes in the state to serve you, with one in Memphis, Tennessee, and of course the one right here in Mountain Home. Very professional, very loving, very caring, whether it's an emergency situation or one that's anticipated over a period of time. Roller Funeral Homes across the state of Arkansas. And this morning we have another outstanding student from the Mountain Home Christian Academy. Brandon's here today. How's it going in school?
It's going good.
Good. Well, it's not long till it's over. February, March, April, May, not bad. So are you ready for the prayer this morning?
Yeah.
Okay. Morning prayer by Brandon, Mountain Home Christian Academy.
Dear Lord, thank you for today, and thank you for everything you do for us, and just thank you for all of the doctors and nurses and the armed services and the police officers, and just thank you for all that they do, and please help them in their jobs as they perform them. And dear Lord, thank you so much that you cared enough and were willing to send your son to die for us. And dear Lord, just if anyone's listening right now and they don't know what it means to be a Christian and to know you, just please help them to have that experience, dear Lord. In Jesus' name I pray, amen.
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 Morning prayer by Brandon, Mountain Christian Academy. Mountain
Good
Christian
job.
Academy takes no government funding, so if you can help them financially, call them at 424-6622. A Fine Education. How's it going? I haven't seen you in a while.
Yeah, I haven't been here.
I know.
Well, no kidding.
Nobody's been around. It's just been, you know what it's like to have to come in and sit with him?
We haven't had any of you kids in here since Christmas, so we're excited to have you back.
We're excited to have you all back.
Mm-hmm.
So, did you have a good Christmas and good holiday season, good vacation time?
Yeah.
Good. So school's going good. What's your favorite part of school now in this second half of the school year? Are you a science guy? Or
I like history.
History.
Oh, really? Yeah. Fun.
History. I like history.
Yeah. What's your favorite part of history?
Like I find the wars interesting.
Really?
Mhm.
Wow, that's interesting. Wow. Mountain Home Christian Academy, just off the bypass at Glenbrier, right across from Mountain Home Baptist Church. If you can help them financially, call them at 424-6622. And now for...
Dun, dun, dun. The weather.
Do it again, I cleared my sinuses.
Hold on. I think Brandon could do
You
a
can do
better
a better
job
trumpet
with it.
than that, can't you?
Come on.
Can you do a trumpet?
We need a trumpet.
Try that. Come on.
Try it. Brandon, don't hold
Da, da,
back.
da.
Just, hey, belt it out, buddy.
Da da da.
See, he's in
There
tune.
you go. I want him to own it. Own it. If you're going to do it with a little heart and a little soul. Come on,
Well, you
Brandon.
got
Let's
the
go.
button. Boost that out. Yeah. Do it real loud.
Real loud.
Da da da.
There,
Is
he's
that better?
in tune,
Is
though.
it?
He did better than I did.
Scooter and his rusty trumpet.
Dun, dun, dun.
Ah. Anyway, morning weather brought by Old Time Restaurant on the Square in Mountain Home. Monday through Friday, 7 to 2, Saturday till 11. I'll be down there tomorrow morning, bright and early.
Bright and early.
Yep.
You know what day it is today, don't you? It's Friday.
This
Steak day! Yes. We got a marinade sirloin steak. Comes with eggs, hash browns, biscuit, and gravy, all for $8.88. Can't beat it. Where you can, for lunch, she's doing homemade chicken pot pie. Her chicken pot pie is awesome.
Ooh,
Comes
yeah.
with 2 sides, roller cornbread, $6.88. Go in there, have a good time, give Amanda a hard time. Tell him Brandon told you to give Amanda a hard
blame
time.
it on him. Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah. I
You're
mean,
going to be
what
out of
are they
town
gonna-
this weekend, right?
What?
Aren't you
Yeah,
traveling?
I'm traveling.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I am.
Morning weather brought to you by Old Time Restaurant on the Square in Mountain Home. Best breakfast, best lunch in town. Monday through Friday, 7 to 2. Saturday till 11 a.m. Right?
There you go.
All right. Morning weather today. We're actually above freezing today. 34 at Mountain Home, 39 in Harrison, 34 at Hardy, 37 in Mountain View, Arkansas, 35 at Yellville, 37 at Marshall. Calico checks in at 34, while it's 28 in St. Louis, 33 at Poplar Bluff, 37 at Branson, 35 at West Plains, and a heat wave in North Dakota, 18 degrees today.
Jeez.
I
That did
still
warm
can't
up a
imagine
lot.
having to change a flat tire at 5 in the morning in Fargo with a 41 below zero wind chill.
Yeah, that's never a good thing.
But this is on the Weather Nation map, or the CG right here. Fargo, North Dakota has been 74 hours with weather below zero. Duluth, Minnesota, 72 hours. Minneapolis, 70 hours. Even Des Moines, Iowa, 42 hours with below zero temperatures. National radar shows some stuff off the Gulf Coast, down in southern Mississippi and Louisiana, down around New Orleans. We have precip going out of Arkansas into southern Illinois, southern Missouri, Kentucky, Tennessee, West Virginia, Ohio, and parts of Indiana. And of course, coming in off the west coast in Washington and Oregon, they've always got something going on. I'm even picking something up in the desert of Arizona, so excuse me, that's kind of odd. Overall, let's see, Arkansas, we have from Little Rock to Batesville, south of Jonesboro. This is north of I-40, and it's going to be east of Highway 67, 167, except that little trail that comes back south of Batesville right there. Could be affecting a little bit of Highway 65 from Little Rock to Conway, maybe as far north as Greenbrier. But once you get past probably Van Buren and Searcy counties coming up towards Branson, it clears off. Northern part of the state, nothing going on 62 412. So right now the interstates that are affected would be interstates 30 and 40, a little bit on 30 towards Hot Springs, 40 east towards Memphis, maybe a little bit towards Russellville, 40 west. Interstate 49 and 555 not affected right now. And so just
You know, funny thing last night is we had snow flurries coming down, believe it or not.
Yeah.
And it was 40 degrees on my thing.
yeah.
So, you know, it was colder up above,
Yeah.
but it's
Go
just kind
figure.
of funny.
The St. Louis radar stop. Not much going on around St. Louis. Interstate 70 from Columbia to St. Louis, then east of Vandalia, Illinois. Then Interstate 44, Rolla to St. Louis. Looks like it's in good shape. You can see Interstate 55 coming into the southern part, well, from the Boot Hill, Missouri, Sykes and Cape Girardeau into St. Louis. I-64 east St. Louis, Illinois to Mount Vernon. Looks like it's in good shape. You see I-24 coming into Interstate 57 with no problems there. I'm going to go ahead and check the Paducah area right here, Fort Campbell, Kentucky. Well, maybe
No,
I
you're
won't, but
not.
it says it's not available. Let's try Paducah now. There's the Memphis radar stop. Let's Fort Campbell. There's Paducah. You can see a little bit in northwest Tennessee. This is Dyersburg to Jackson on Interstate 155 at the Mississippi River. It goes up Highway 51 into southern Kentucky. This is affecting I-24 coming out of Tennessee, Kentucky, southern Illinois right there.
Not a very big storm, though.
Nah, it'd be lightweight stuff. Anyway, if you're going that direction, just be careful. Warnings and watches. Montana, of course, they've got winter storm watch in Montana. Right here is a winter weather advisory with this will be a winter storm warning in West Virginia and parts of Ohio. Not much going on in Arkansas, Missouri, just a little bit in southeast Missouri with a little bit of a winter weather advisory as it moves out. The 7-day forecast. Give me a drum roll. Can you do drums? Can you do a drum? Give me a good drum. Okay, here we go. Look at this. On Monday, what's it say right there, Brandon?
High of
69. That's not a misprint. Monday. For people that dread Mondays, I'm looking forward to it. High of 69. That's almost 70. For today, slight chance of rain, then mostly cloudy. High of 50. Tonight, 20% chance of showers with a low of only 41. Then tomorrow, high of 61 with a little bit of chance of showers there, low of 48. Sunday, a high of 64, mostly cloudy. Sunday night, 20% chance of showers, low of 54. Monday, drum roll again, please. High of 69 degrees with 20% chance of showers. His drum's better than your trumpet.
It was a lot better than my trumpet. You're not giving that kid any credit by saying that.
Monday night, low of 45, high of 61 on Tuesday.
Let's hear your trumpet.
Oh yeah. Da, da, da.
No, let's not. Let's Move
not.
on.
No. The world is safer. Drought monitors were updated yesterday. There's no change. Everything is good in Arkansas and Missouri. Taking a look at iDrive Arkansas, we do have some construction along Highway 15 and 69 in Arkansas. Road weather conditions look like they are in good shape here. MoDOT, we do have Highway 60 right here. That would be, I want to say from Mountain View to about Birch Tree, perhaps Birch Tree to Mountain View, perhaps that's Highway 60. Then we've got Highway 67 with partly covered, I-55 showing a little bit right here. And then intermixed around the St. Louis area and Jefferson City, Missouri area. So there is a little bit that has come through. So Missouri Department of Transportation flagging that on the maps. Right?
There you go.
Morning weather brought to you by Old Time Restaurant on the Square in Mountain Home. Best lunch, best breakfast in town. There went one of my, excuse me, I got to pick this up. Well, I can't miss that one. Community calendar brought to you by Affordable Housing, 870-741-2883. Spaghetti dinner fundraiser on Monday, March 4th from 5:30 to 7:30 at Mountain Christian Academy at the Mountain Bible Church on Pioneer. Oh, it's going to be at the Bible Church, Sandy? It's going to be over on Pioneer Trail. Donations are welcome, so stick a crowbar in your wallet, bring a 10 or 20 or a 50 or $100 bill and have some spaghetti. This fundraiser enables Mountain Home Christian Academy Junior High to travel to Kentucky and see the Ark Encounter. Whew, that'd be a fun trip.
There you go. Yeah, it would be
fun. Yeah. So come on out on Monday, March 4th. Boy, I have to put that in my calendar to go out there. Number one, I like spaghetti. Number two, I like the Christian Academy, so I want to support them. So be out there for a spaghetti dinner. That's fun. Here's another chance for a meal. This is a fundraiser for the Mountain Home High School's French Club. They're having a chili supper on February 22nd. For $5, get a bowl of chili, dessert, bottle of water. This takes place at Century 21 Lee Mike Real Estate. I think they're coming in Tuesday. County Judge can't be here, and so I think they're going to be coming in and talking about that.
Oh, okay.
Then Cindy was here from Lindahan 2019 Masquerade Ball. This is the fundraiser for the Baxter Regional Medical Center Community Health and Education Support Houses. This is Saturday, February 9th at the Shed. The social hour from 6 to 7, dinner at 7. Tickets are $100 each. That includes the drinks. So there's not a cash bar. The $100 is dinner and the drink. So, and Tragically White is the band. They're playing from 8 until midnight. Dress is cocktail to black tie. Don't forget your mask. And now, what do you got?
Well, the Mountain Home Bombers wrestling team was not able to do their meet last night due to illness. We had to cancel that one, so they're going to try to reschedule. Jonesboro coming down next week. The youth wrestling team is headed to Missouri Nationals
Tonight?
They'll be headed there tonight to get weigh-ins out of the way, and then they'll be starting first thing in the morning. It's a big tournament. I just talked to them. They had record numbers. They got 1,400 registered.
How many mats are you running?
They will have a ton of mats going.
How many per gym floor? 4 or 6?
Well, they've got a civic center, so they're probably going to be running 10, 12 mats at one time.
I was starting to say, wow, okay.
1,400 registered wrestlers, so it'll be. I haven't looked up all the brackets, but I know, like Austin, my son, he's got a 16-man bracket in his bracket. So it'd be good to see. Be hitting some new competition we hadn't seen, and but more importantly, what's going on in Brandon's world? Anything new coming up? At school, your life, anything?
You didn't run off and get married over the weekend or anything?
No.
Good job.
We better take a break at 7:16. Dr. Jake Long's here for Mountain Public Schools, so stick around. Be right back.
If you want the best breakfast or lunch in the Twin Lakes area, then you've got to come to the Old Time Restaurant. Voted the best breakfast and lunch for 2011, the Old Time Restaurant not only gives you the Southern hospitality right when you walk in the door, they also offer scrumptious breakfast options to curb that early morning appetite. Or stop in later in the day for a tasty sandwich, salad, or a daily special. If a sweet tooth is your guilty pleasure, you can't go wrong with the Pie Lady cooking out over 30 different types of pies. That's the Old Time Restaurant located on the square in Mountain Home.
Our old burger was only 7 ounces, but now it's 8 with brioche bun and pickles. Comes with its own steak knife, it's really that big. Your best competition is always yourself. Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back. Oh, baby, Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back. We're focused on one thing, burgers, ribs, fajitas. Just that one thing, burgers, ribs, and fajitas. We're reeling in our menu because it got out of hand. We had a moment of self-actualization. Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back. Oh, baby, Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back.
It's that time of year again. Time to take a hard look at your Medicare health plan. If you're looking for a new plan or looking to renew your existing plan, now's the time to renew all your options. At Bacco Insurance, we'll sit down with you and show you all the new choices and options, including $0 premium plans with low copays and dental, vision, and hearing benefits. Let us help take the confusion out of selecting a plan and find one catered to your needs. Contact Bacco Insurance today, located at 351 East 9th Street, Suite B in Mountain Home.
Do you know where your money goes when you give to charity? At the Salvation Army, 85 cents of every dollar stays to help those in need in our local community. Hi, I'm Captain Spaulding. The money we raise help people in the surrounding 5 counties, including Baxter, Marion, Sharp, Izzard, and Fulton. You can help by donating your unwanted items and by shopping at the Salvation Army store. Those in need get assistance with rent, utilities, sending kids to camp, and many other things. When it comes to this charity, the Salvation Army always helps those in our community.
Whether you're a professional lawnscape contractor or a homeowner in need of quality lawn equipment, Moran's Lawn & Garden has you covered. Moran's is the longest originally owned lawn and garden business in Mountain Home, with a 5,700 square foot warehouse packed full of new current year inventory for all your lawn maintenance needs. Moran stocks a full line of factory parts, and they service everything they sell, offering top names like Grasshopper, Hustler, and Country Clipper. Moran stands behind their quality service with thousands of customers using their products daily. Moran's Lawn & Garden, servicing the entire Twin Lakes area.
When I grow up, I want to save lives, like a superhero, and show up when people needed me.
When I grow up, I want to do animations. I want to create characters that can fly.
No matter what it is you want out of life, there is a path to get there.
When I grow up, I don't know what I want to do when I grow up, but I know I want to go to college.
Arkansas State University Mountain Home. Take your first step at asumh.edu.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detail services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
7:20. Dr. Long's here from Mountain Public Schools, and Dr. Stahl. Welcome, gentlemen. Good to have you all.
Thank you for having us.
You bet. So we have a little illness going through the system here.
Yeah, it's we noticed our attendance starting to decline, starting about Thursday and Friday of last week, and by Friday we noticed we were down to about 90% attendance, which is we normally run 95 plus, on just an average school day. And then whenever we came back on Monday, our overall attendance was down to 87%, and then Tuesday 85%, and that was at the start of the day, or actually about midday. But by the end of the day on Tuesday, we were down to 81%, and then so I started to call around and call the doctor's offices and call our nurses' offices and just asking them what in the world is going on. And I said, are these just students that are apprehensive about getting sick? And whenever I was talking to the school nurses, and they said no, she said, Dr. Long, every single child that I have sent home from school today had 100+ degree temperature. And so so that validated to me, and then I called Dr. Robinson's office over there and said, hey, what are you guys seeing? And she said, it's just been crazy, with the number of people coming in. So from that point, we came back on Wednesday, and looked to me like we was going to be right around 77% attendance, which is that's 23% of our student population that was either out for illness, out for some other reason, or even parents. I did have some parents give me a call and say, hey, we don't want our child to get sick, and so we're going to keep our child at home today. So from that point, it became a pretty easy decision to let's give everybody a break. We did have 5 AMI, alternative method of instructions days, to be able to utilize, and so we decided to go ahead and trigger a couple of those. So it's I think it's been a good thing. Our teacher or our custodial staff, bus drivers, kitchen workers, everybody was in yesterday and today doing some deep cleaning. We have these little foggers that we basically puts out a mist.
Yeah, I saw the video of Paul on the bus.
Paul on the bus. Yeah. So these foggers just kind of put out a mist, and it kills any kind of germs in which it comes in contact with. So we're definitely going to, between the deep cleaning and then also giving everybody basically 4 days here to kind of get well, and hopefully not lose. Of course, we can't mimic good quality instruction through digital learning, but hopefully we can keep our kids engaged and do some things like that. We did put out a kind of a AMI Day challenge yesterday on, or I guess it'd been Wednesday night on social media, and just asked parents to share pictures of their child either reading to them or completing some sort of one of their assignments. And so it's interesting to see. All of our teachers were asked to contact parents and or the students yesterday and today to make sure that they've been in contact with them some way. A lot of them use Google Classroom, email, Class Dojo, different apps. Some called, some texted. So we're just trying to stay in contact and make the very most of these 2 days, get some educational value while everybody gets well.
Were there any other school districts closed due to illness that you're aware of?
Well, not yesterday, but I have heard that Cotter was going to close down because of maybe even a lack of substitute teachers. I have not heard for sure about anybody else.
Okay, I didn't want to say anything on the air because it was uncertain on that, but I had heard the same thing.
Yeah.
So I didn't know what Norfolk had done down
there.
But
Baxter County overall has been, hit one of the hardest in the state when it comes to the flu in cases of reporting. So.
That's weird. I wonder why.
I don't know, but we're doing all we can, and I do feel like we've probably gotten to the peak of it over these past few days. In fact, a couple other doctors' offices were reporting to me that that they were starting to see everything kind of step down.
Good.
So I'm hoping that we got to the peak and we can, slide through it.
What's really cool is some of the steps they took even prior to canceling the schools. I know when I was there, they were walking around wiping down handrails, light switches, anything to kind of counteract some of the spreading even before they ended up making the call to, let's back off for a couple days. But they were taking what steps they could to prevent but you can only do so much. They
were telling me that the illness, and Dr. Stahl probably speak a whole lot better to this than what I could, but they were saying how the illness is spreadable even 24 hours prior to any kind of fever showing up.
Really?
So that makes it tough to get ahead of that.
And about the only way that you can protect yourself and your family is to make sure that everyone does good hand washing, as far as watching droplet, if anyone does have a cough, those type of things. Just basic hygiene is very important as far as helping prevent the spread of this.
What about, this may be the dumbest question you get, what about I don't know if you can sanitize clothing, but like I'll block a sneeze like this. Okay, so when I get done with these this evening, they go in the washing machine. Is that?
I mean,
it goes through the laundry, but
I don't know.
I really don't know of anyone who does swabs of clothing when they get back home, but normally you would think that a good washing would take care of something like that.
Yeah. So just basic hygiene. Yeah. Well, they had something a couple of years ago about that hand sanitizer or the soaps, one of the two. And I've got one that says, it's got this name about that long, it says whatever free. Yeah. Is the hand sanitizers and the soaps, the liquid soaps, are they still helpful? They still say they're antibacterial.
Yeah. We have them in all of our buildings, both the foaming, I think you're talking about kind of the foaming, and then also the hand sanitizer.
Most of the active ingredient is still alcohol, isopropyl alcohol. And that does a pretty good job of taking care of most viruses like that.
And I know, I just went through around with my mother last year that was ill, so after she passed, I wanted to just clean everything. And you read it, it says antibacterial, but then you can still get the good old-fashioned Lysol concentrate disinfectant. What's the difference?
I do not know.
Because you'll see, and like the Lysol bottle said, kills 99.9% of germs, antibacterial, but the other, the disinfectant, I was just wondering what, and I mean, once you clean with that stuff, man, it's potent, because
we probably should have got a chemist on here. Should have brought one of our chemistry teachers.
Makes you wonder, well, what's the difference in the disinfectant and the antibacterial? Anyway. So Mountain Home is closed down, and you'll resume normal operation on Monday?
Normal operations on Tuesday. We had
on Tuesday?
I'm sorry, Monday.
Monday.
Don't come in Tuesday. Come in Monday.
Come in Monday.
And of course, next Friday is our parent-teacher conferences. So next Friday will be a 4-day week also.
Okay.
So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And parent-teacher conferences Thursday night, and then no school on Friday.
Okay.
So.
It's time to take a break already. 7:29. More Mountain Public Schools right after this. Stick around. Be right back.
Why would I recommend Hospice of the Ozarks? Because I know the people that work there. I know their hearts, and I know that their desire is to help people with the suffering and the anxiety and the things that can come with either terminal diagnosis or a terminal condition. We want them to have a peace of heart and to have a comfort and to know that someone's there to help them through that so they can enjoy the time that they have.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment, their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
When you (7:31) and we're back with Dr. Stahl and Dr. Long, Mountain Home Public Schools and Mountain Home Education Foundation. So, gentlemen, what else do we have to talk about?
Well, we're here to talk a little bit about the work of the Mountain Home Education Foundation. The foundation was started in 2003. And we initially were entrusted with the funds from the Dunbar Trust that he gave to the Mountain Home Schools. Dr. Dunbar was a longtime family physician here who gave essentially his entire estate to the school district. And because of that, they named the Dunbar Auditorium for him. But the monies from his that he left for scholarships were entrusted to the foundation to not only invest, but to take the proceeds of that to make available for various educational things here in the area. The Education Foundation is basically an organization of community leaders that wants to enhance the educational opportunities of the students here. And our main thing that we do is try to raise money for this. Okay. We have three major thrusts right now of our the foundation. One is teaching grants, and we'll get to those in a minute. Dr. Long can help me with that. But teaching grants allow innovative programs of teaching to be incorporated in the classroom, and these are outside of the normal curriculum. So a teacher comes with an idea to the foundation and allows us to be able to fund that. Later on, if it becomes an excellent addition to the classroom, it may be incorporated as a part of the overall curriculum of the schools. But the second part is our traditional scholarships. And our traditional scholarships will give money to graduates of Mountain Home Schools to be able to attend any school that they would like to. And last year we had about 60 scholarships that we were able to give Mountain Home graduates to go to schools around the country. And then the last that we have been working on is called the Promise. And the Promise is a program that in various forms is in several school districts around the state, but ours is somewhat different in that we will give a tuition guarantee. Remember, there are three parts to college education: tuition, fees, and books. But we will guarantee that a student will be able to have tuition money to attend ASU Mountain Home. And in doing that, we're able to not only keep those students here with the monies that they may spend in our local economy, but we're also able to support a very wonderful institution, not only from the traditional learning, which might be a four-year path or a two-year path for an associate degree, but we also support the vocational instruction that is given at ASU Mountain Home. So those are our three main thrusts that we have as far as what the foundation does.
You know, it's, excuse me, it says a lot for the community leaders when you can take those monies and invest them wisely enough to where so many people can benefit from the educational standpoint. With it, I mean, 2 years, that's expensive.
Well, one of the things that we have to remember is that we in Mountain Home have a large need as far as the economic needs for the students. We are not, although we consider ourselves a wealthy community, we have a lot of families here that do struggle. And some of those students will qualify for a Pell Grant, which is a grant that will pretty much cover tuition and books. But a lot of people, including middle-income folks, do not have that qualification. Therefore, we are able to step in. Right now, we're sponsoring approximately 140 students at ASU. Now, not all of these we're having to pay money out, but at the same time, we feel one of the things we have done is by having the program here, we are able to take students who said, maybe I could never do it, get them to apply for the scholarships, to apply for the grants, and get them involved. And many of these are first generation students going for higher education, that type of thing.
Yeah, a lot of students don't realize, and even parents don't realize the federal money that is out there that is available for them to be able to attend college. But where we have seen the Project Promise be most successful is with those working middle class parents with children who are out there, busting it every single day, that may not qualify because their income is for some of those federal grants. And then that's where the Promise is able to step in and really help
the middle income shaft.
Really help those parents that are out there busting it. They want to send their kids to college, and we're able to do it without them coming out of college with a significant amount of student debt. And a lot of middle income. That's where our students kind of get hit the most with that student debt, is because that assistance is not available to them. And that's what I'm most proud of, is we have working parents that are out there that are working hard to provide for their kids, and we're able to step in and say, hey, let us help you too.
So what opportunities does this give a student that perhaps college is not even in their, so there's no way I can go?
Yeah.
Does that open doors?
Oh, it definitely opens doors. We have many examples, and Molly Morgan, who was our executive director, has a full list of these, of students who said, I never thought that I'd ever be able to go to college. No one in my family had ever gone before. I had no hope of knowing what to do. And by having the Promise, and I'd like to impress on people that the Promise is, in all of our scholarships, it's not a handout. We always call it the old proverbial hand up. Hand up. Because the student is still responsible for their books and fees, but at the same time, by taking this large, this is 80% probably their college education, by taking that burden off of them and to saying we're going to be able to handle that, it does make it possible for the students to do it. Most of them stay at home or locally, as far as not going through extra expense and of being out of the way. And a lot of kids, that extra year or two around the Mountain Home area is good as far as a maturity standpoint, and allows them later on to go anywhere, and any college credit at ASU is transferable to any of the state schools in the state of Arkansas.
So let's look at the mental stress point. If I run school, just graduated, going to ASU, boy, if I don't do good on this and I can't come back, if I don't do this, and mom and dad's got all this debt and they're paying this, does this take a load off of the parents and the student? Well, it kind of frees up their mind a little bit.
Yeah, I don't want to speculate, so I'm going to provide an example of something that a student had said is, they were talking about how appreciative they were of the Project Promise, because they were here, they were able to go to school and continue working. So they're here in Mountain Home and working, and they're able to save up money so that once they finish up their 2 years of their basic requirements here, and they go off to school, they've got a little bit, and they're living at home. Yeah. And so they've got a little bit of a savings to be able to take it and help them finish out their education 2 years. So to the mental state, I think it is a sense of comfort. I think that it is also it is hope for us to be able to walk into a high school graduating class and say, hey, you can go to college, you can go to 2 years of technical school and get you a certificate and get you some real life job training so you can have a job. And I think that's hope, and that's what I'm most proud of with the Education Foundation is the hope that they're able to instill in these students.
You know, and something else that just triggered, you know, you've got the excellent welding program. I think you got an automotive repair program.
Yes, you do.
What about stuff like house wiring, commercial building wiring, even construction? Is there anything that you know of, either from the Mountain Home School standpoint to ASU for that type of trade?
Yeah, so we have that available here.
Oh, do you?
We have that available through the Mountain Home Public Schools. We have a constructions, mechanical, plumbing course. We do not have anything available through ASU in that area, but it's something that it is continuously being brought up. In fact, we're going through a revisioning process with our career academies, and construction and skilled labor trades was the number 2 additional pathway that was requested by our community. Over 200 responses and input given. The number 1 was more medical science opportunities, which would be expected with all the medical opportunities that are here, whether it be nursing homes, hospital, or whatever. And so we definitely see that, you know, we may need to trigger that our old program of building a house and tap into Mr. Vandola, who had such a strong program there, and that kind of went to the wayside whenever whenever there was plenty of skilled labor, and then the recession kind of hit, and so that program didn't see a need. The funding wasn't there.
Wow.
But now we're coming back through this and really seeing a shortage of skilled laborers.
You know, I've told you before, you know, when I was in high school, and I remember this back 40-something years ago, what are you going to do right after graduation? And it seemed like all the counselors wanted to do was sell me University of Arkansas.
Yeah.
Well, that's fine. No doubt it's a fine school. But for me to get a business degree wasn't my purpose in life when I went on to a trade school, and I was a mechanic by trade doing front-end alignments and front-end rebuild.
Yeah.
You know, and to this day, you know, I still go back and I look at the old specs on caster, camber, toe-in, and all the settings we used to do on the front end. Now you've got 4-wheel drive alignment, you know, in the cars. They align the front with the back, and the technology's really changed. I think it's very interesting. But that's almost a lost trade right there, just be able to align a car.
Another thing we have in Mountain Home Schools that the Education Foundation got started here, although it was available in other parts of the state. When there was a funding shortage, they did not allow for students in the junior and senior year to go on and do some of the trades. So the foundation stepped in and sponsored that for a year.
Oh, wow.
After that, the state came in again. But right now, a student who is not academically oriented as far as going to college for that can go to the vocational school for half a day their junior and senior year, and by the time they graduate they can have a full year of instruction there. So one more year that again the foundation will help support. They can then get their associate degree in any of those technical skills.
So they can have that before they turn 20 years old?
Yes, and all of these, that's the thing I think people are realizing, that college education is great, but we do have folks who can make an excellent living as far as a mechanic, heating and air, they have that out there. They have Mechtronics, which really supports all of our major places here, that type of thing.
You know, because I'm the type of guy that would go to the guy that has the business degree at the bank to give me the loan to build, you know, to buy the house that one of your students has built. You see what I'm saying? It's a big circle.
It is.
You know what amazes me is a lot of the kids that I deal with, especially at the high school level, that step to college is a scary step. You've been in school for years, but that's a different step when you're leaving and you're going to college, and a lot of them are so reserved that this gives them a stepping stone. This is, you know, well, you can still stay at home. Let's take the first step, get you into ASU, get you through there, and then if you want to continue on, you've already had that step of transitioning now. Now if you want to go off to somewhere else, and it's really taken a lot of that fear away to the kids.
You know, they'll take off for ASU and Jonesboro or
and that can be a big step for a lot of these kids. It really can.
Not only that, but again, we have to realize that by staying here for those 2 years and taking advantage of the programs like the Promise has, a student can basically come out after those 2 years very close to debt free.
Good.
Therefore, he can go to any other school in the country for the last 2 years and basically have education for half price. Now, one of the things we would love to be able to have as far as the foundation is one of our big goals is to raise money for these programs, and we're hoping that one day we can have money that we can not only support students at ASU, but we'd also be able to support students wherever they'd like to go by having the resources and the funding to be able to do that.
And there are multiple. Do you need to take a break?
Yeah, hold that
Okay.
thought. Let's take a
All
quick break. 7:45, and we'll come back. We'll have more time to talk about this. Scooter takes a break. Be right back. Durable and comfortable hospital scrub stat. You need the Uniform Shop. The Uniform Shop is the place for top quality uniforms, carrying a great selection of name brands including Carhartt, Cherokee, and Grey's Anatomy, as well as shoes from Clogs, Softwalk, and Landau, stethoscopes from Littman, blood pressure cuffs, scissors, name tag retractable, compression socks, paramedic BDUs, and Rocky boots. The Uniform Shop also offers customizing, embroidery, as well as minor alterations. Let us put you in uniforms. Shop the Uniform Shop. Take a step back in time when going to a barbershop meant more than just getting a haircut. Come into Legionnaire's Barbershop today, a unique gentleman barbershop. Get back in style from a former celebrity hairstylist and a licensed barber instructor who are trained in tonsorial arts and lock removal and happy to give you a straight razor shave. Legionnaire's Barbershop is veteran-owned and operated and located at 848 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. For a full, old-fashioned barbershop experience, stop by Legionnaire Barbershop today. Your car is a member of the family. It takes you where you need to go, and it makes sure you are safe at all times. When a wreck or accident happens, trust the only place that will treat you and your vehicle like a person, not a number. From collision repair and windshield replacement to paintless dent repair and hail damage removal, Dent Boys can cover all your automotive repair needs and make sure you are satisfied every step of the way. Call or visit the professionals at Dent Boys today and see the Dent Boys difference.
If you want the best breakfast or lunch in the Twin Lakes area, then you've got to come to the Old Time Restaurant. Voted the best breakfast and lunch for 2011, the Old Time Restaurant not only gives you the Southern hospitality right when you walk in the door, they also offer scrumptious breakfast options to curb that early morning appetite. Or stop in later in the day for a tasty sandwich, salad, or a daily special. If a sweet tooth is your guilty pleasure, you can't go wrong with the pie lady cooking out over 30 different types of pies. That's the Old Time Restaurant located on the square in Mountain Home.
747, visiting with Mountain Home Public Schools, Mountain Home Education Foundation, Dr. Stahl and Dr. Long, and let's do some fundraising here. And I'm going to use the old line from MASH where Margaret was telling Frank to give the boy a quarter. Says, Frank, stick a crowbar in your wallet and give it to him, you know. So what about, we have a lot of people here that may not have family, life insurance benefits, endowments, whatever it may be, the leftover annuities. Wouldn't this be a great place to put it?
Oh, I think we have been excellent stewards of the money that
I'd
we
say
have been
so.
given.
Yeah.
We have people who have left endowments. We have people who make yearly contributions. We have folks that do money in honor or in memory of someone. These are all ways in which we can have the money available that we can do what we need to do here. I would encourage anyone who says, well, I don't have any kids in Mountain Home, I've never had any kids in Mountain Home schools. I want everyone to remember that in every student's life, there has been a retiree somewhere who has supported public education.
Right.
So, although my kids have children in the Fayetteville schools, there are people there that are supporting it that may have never have had a kid in the Fayetteville schools. My two sons graduated from Mountain Home. They had an excellent education here. I feel that although my grandchildren aren't here, I still have a responsibility to take care of the educational needs, because that is something that will live on long after we're gone. The word legacy is often overused, but at the same time, a person can say, I can take part of the money that I earned during my lifetime, make it available to the Mountain Home Education Foundation, and help fund generation after generation of students who will be able to make their life better and life better for the community wherever they may live.
If somebody watching, if we had 10 families give $10,000, that'd help a lot of people.
Oh, there's no question about it, because again, that money, what we do is we take the principal, or the money that's donated, invest it, so we're living off, we take the money that it comes from, the dividends, the appreciation of stock or
Capital
whatever,
retainment,
and able to take that money then and be able to fund our programs. Like I said, not only has it been Dr. Dunbar, but there have been countless other people who have done just that. I used to tell people and ask the question, you know how much money Sam Walton left when he died? And the answer is all of it. There are no extra pockets in the shroud that they put over us when we die. Therefore, what I would like people to think about is, how can I take the assets that I've accumulated during my lifetime and make them live on after I'm gone? We feel the Mountain Home Education Foundation is an excellent opportunity for people to be able to do that.
Wow.
It really is, and we started to talk about what our main goal is there are several different foundations that do just that when it comes to Promise Scholarship, is that they ensure that every graduate can go anywhere that they want to college, and so that is probably, if we had an end goal, that would be our goal. Right now we feel pretty comfortable in being able to do that for ASU here, and there's benefits of keeping our kids here, but there's also benefits in making this available to all of our kids, all of our graduates that do come through. So I really appreciate the work and the volunteerism of all of our foundation board members. We have a 16 to 18 person board that serves on it. Everybody, it's not one of those things not one of those boards that is dead and are not very active. They are very active in a variety of different committees. I mentioned Molly Morgan. Molly Morgan's been with us since the onset of the Education Foundation, and she has taken a job of over at ASU Mountain Home, and so we are looking for that next executive director. And so if anybody has a passion for students, you have a passion for Mountain Home Public Schools and a passion for philanthropic endeavors, then that job is posted on our website at mhbombers.com. Click under the employment information, and really that's what we're looking for, is passion, drive, somebody that has a big heart to get out there and work very hard for kids. That's exactly what Molly did, and so we're ready to carry it on through the foundation of what has been established, and then even take it to the next level.
Wow,
so
that's great.
It's been.
We wish Molly the best.
Yeah, Molly's great, and she's still going to be working hard for us. Whenever you think about the number of students that go over to ASU Mountain Home, so it's definitely kind of a win-win, and it supports everybody. But it also does leave some shoes to fill there to ensure that everything keeps rolling.
So what do you gentlemen see? When I was in high school, they were running ads for the military. Well, what are you interested in? And they said electronics. That's when, back then, it was transistorized. Electronics was making the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're all computerized. What do y'all see of the interest of the kids, the students, I should say, in the future of what they want to pursue? Kids would say, well, I want to be a doctor. Well, I want to be I remember one kid, he wanted to be in the Navy. He wanted to be a sailor. We take that with a grain of salt when they're in 3rd or 4th grade, but what do you see in high school? What's the interest now among the students?
So I mentioned that we're going through a Career Academy revisioning process, and we have polled our students, we have polled the community in what they would like to see additional pathways, and that's really what we're doing, is we're trying to develop our career academies into pathways, and then not just our career academies, but our entire K-12 educational system, where students kind of work their way through the system, and then as they expand, they have that opportunity to expand. But to answer your question, once again, the number one thing that was requested by the students was additional medical science type offerings. Number 2 was in computer science. Okay. So we've already invested a lot, and we talked, I believe, even a show about the computer science with the governor on.
Oh yeah, that's right. You were part of the
And so our students really have bought into the computer science jobs and needs, and I feel like that's an industry here in Mountain Home that we can expand on and that our community would support. It's clean. It's a good clean. We need to make sure that we secure up our broadband to ensure the connectivity for that type of thing goes on. So medical science, computer science, the trades, there was some interest there. We're going to beef up our engineering and pre-engineering programs.
Oh wow, that'd be interesting.
Part of the reason there is because we have such an asset of Baxter Labs out here in all that they do, and we have a world-renowned robotics program that we can support and even drive that down into the other grades. So it's really just taking our very strongest assets that we have within our community and educational system and leveraging them to make sure that our kids have those opportunities to support them.
About 4 more minutes left, gentlemen. Just final thoughts. Make sure we've got plenty of time, Dr. Stahl and Dr. Long. Just about 4 minutes, final thoughts, gentlemen.
I would just like to, again, reiterate that if anyone is interested in knowing more about the Education Foundation, we have a website, mountainhomeeducationfoundation.com. If there's anyone who would like to have one of us board members come and talk with them directly, we'd be glad to do that. If someone says, I would like to make a grant, and there are half a dozen ways to be able to do that, we'll be glad to sit down with them and their financial advisor as far as doing that. But again, our program works because people have entrusted the Mountain Home Education Foundation with their monies to be able to have that money do good down the way, and that's what we feel. If we have more money, there's no question there is a need here. There's no question that we have the ability to take care of that for them.
And there's no doubt the stewardship of the monies has been outstanding, beyond excellent, because to be able to do this, what did you say right now, 146 students?
Approximately 140.
140 students?
Yeah. And that's just
a lot of money.
That is just the piece. That's just one of the projects that we're doing. He mentioned a little bit about the teaching grants. That really that funnels additional dollars into into our schools for our teachers to be able to take on these innovative and creative projects outside of the regular, school type budget. And want to mention just a few of the people.
Sure.
Dr. Stahl, he talked about the board, and so I want to make sure everybody kind of knows who is on the Education Foundation. Mr. Bob Knight is our president, and so Dr. Stahl, obviously, Dr. Julia Gist. She is the Vice President of Operations. She's also with ASU. Miss Jackie Morrison, I tell you, Miss Jackie, she spends so much time ensuring our financials. She was a long-time employee of Integrity First Bank, and so she is our treasurer, and so she ensures that those dollars are taken care of. Miss Letha Mahan, Ted Sanders, Julie Wright. Julie is so passionate about so many things in education. Julie Haney, Joyce Lechtenberger, Joe Miles, Dr. Robin Myers, Michelle McWilliams, Buck Gilbert, Tobias Pugsley, myself, Miss Tammy Barrow, and Miss Lisa House. And so you have an excellent board that is passionate about kids, that is well connected and invested into the community to take care of all these projects.
Wow. Mountain Home Public Schools, the tradition of excellence continues all the way into the college years now. That's amazing. And so, anything else community calendar-wise going on that we need? We got about 1 minute. Now.
1 minute. Okay. There's so much. It's hard to believe that we're already into February, January. Goodbye, good riddance, as far as I'm concerned.
No days.
No, good riddance as far as I'm concerned. But February will continue to be a busy month. I mentioned that we have parent-teacher conferences next Friday. If you want to go to our website at mhbombers.com, you can see a complete calendar list. Sure. We're in the middle of all of our winter sports. In fact, somebody told me yesterday that our first soccer game is 2 weeks. Wow. 2 weeks from yesterday.
And we're getting close to softball in the girls' field already.
So they're going crazy there. I really want to brag on our teachers about the The reading progress they're made, we've posted some of those successes online also. If you need anything, give me a call, email me, stop in.
Gentlemen, thank you for being here. Dr. Stahl, Dr. Long wraps it up. Be back on Monday. Have a great weekend, everybody.
Thank you.